Early Pog. Hello everyone and welcome to today's Disco Elysium stream. I'm getting PTSD from yesterday where I started on the wrong scene and for like 2 minutes I was just doing random stuff before stream and I thought the camera was off. It wasn't. Don't watch that VOD, please. Please. Please, I'm asking you, don't watch that VOD. Anyway. Let me turn down the game's audio just a notch for you guys. So that my voice can pierce through. Because I'm more important. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into the game for today. I'm in a bit of a strange mood. Had a pretty good day overall though. Only have 2 exams left and I'll be fine for both of them, so. Is the camera good? I think it is. I'm still not gonna do a preview. I'm still not gonna look at the stream preview. I haven't learned my lesson. I think it looks fine though. Let me grab a look-see here. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. There, I had a look-see. That's it. Right, so yesterday we chatted to this wall. Actually, we did a lot of stuff yesterday. I remember we talked. There was this person and this beautiful music. And we couldn't do anything here. We wanted to offer some statues. We wanted to reconstruct this, but we couldn't. And we only have like 1 experience point. We have 0. We have 0 experience points. I'm clicking the wrong things. Run away. Thank you. I wonder if Tiago is still available to talk to. I don't think so. Anyway, it's almost 8, which means it's almost time for us to do a bunch of cool stuff around Revachol, specifically Martinez. We can't talk to you yet, can we? Maybe we can. What is it? Yeah, I'm feeling Ukrainian. Type of accent. I'm not entirely sure though. The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I? Sure.
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Okay, no, I'm not so sure about where they're from. Never mind. Let me adjust this a little bit. I had to give advice to a friend about mics and stuff today. That was fun. I actually did like a sort of accelerated course on music production and like production technology, which included recording sound with mics. Couldn't remember much of it and I actually missed quite a bit, but hey, I do know some stuff, just a little bit. Are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance?
Yes.
She thinks to herself.
No, not anymore. That project is dead.
I suppose it is, yes. She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized, rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Sona Lukanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Nice. Lukanen Kilde. Okay.
If you're
Just
not here
taking
to
that all
hire
in.
me, I don't really know how can I help you.
Okay. Turns back to the terminal. Also, that's technically incorrect grammar, but it sounds more natural for someone with that accent to speak in that way. Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. Have you seen the man living up in the rafters? No. But you know he's around? Yes. He's seen you. Sounds like you're not worried about him at all. No, you're right, I'm not. Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Why are there so many machines in this place? I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. Why do you need an antenna? Point to it. I use the AR1 as my REM prefect processing unit. REM prefect, that's your radio computer, right? Mm-hmm. And that antenna, is its processing unit? Yes, she sighs. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? She has stopped working now. No, I know a little. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest. I know a little. Right, well, all radio computers perform operations on air, so in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. Wait, what's on air? On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. This is interesting. It's all around us, she waves her hand. That's what on air means. Like love, I suppose. And the AR1, is it a good antenna? He stops to think. I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Peso 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. I'm struggling with the accent. I'm struggling with the reading. Let's just keep going. Anyway, she turns back to her terminal. You should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many Mios. That's French. Dedicated to that sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure how to say that. She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves. What are you doing with your radio computer? I'm working. The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow. Working on what? She closes her eyes. Could you just shh for a moment? We'll get to the point. I really need to focus on something. It's not just rudeness, it really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping. Cool. Oh yeah, the game got updated right before I went live. Well, I mean, like, it must have been sometime between yesterday's stream and the stream that I got updated, but I had to update it before stream. And they added Brazilian Portuguese. That's pretty cool. What about those balls of water over there? Alright, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question. What about those balls over there? They are connected to my RAM prefect. She looks up. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks. Interesting. Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers. Isn't your RAM prefect radio computer made exclusively for government use? Though you do know something about computers. She looks up. Excuse me, almost proud of you. You're right, prefect is used mostly by the government peeps. And you work for the government? No, I don't. So why do you have it? She inhales sharply before answering in a single breath. Because I needed something good for my investigation, and REM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards, so I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a REM prefect isn't such a big deal anymore. No, actually it is kind of a big deal. You don't see REM prefects in every police department, for example. How did you get your hands on it? I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition, she says nonchalantly, scratching her ear. Well, I can't scratch my ear. I was actually aiming for the military grade REM Rational series, but couldn't find one. She pats her glowing machine. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as REM Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off, but it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question. Great. She dwells back into the glowing terminal. What are you doing in an abandoned church? You really like those questions, don't you? There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she? I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. There've been complaints from your neighbors. Don't care. Yeah, sure. Let's say this one. I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. She says, ready to stand her ground. What research? I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world. Wait, what? Is this where the pale's starting? For, like, this area? That would be interesting. She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. Is the hole connected to the data lost in your journal? A hole in the world. What does that mean? Let's be frank. Yes, that's what led me here. She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table, but I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Hole in the world. What does that mean exactly? Exactly what does it mean? Exactly what does it mean? Okay, whatever. There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you, eyes shining like pearls. Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is, because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist? She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. It's a little above your pay grade. That's a little above your pay grade at the moment. Oh, well, thank you for helping, Logic. Oh, we failed it. We failed it. Thank you, Logic. I don't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. Just want to solve a murder so I can go home. You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, she replies, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydrotransducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. Huh. Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are, devices for recording sound through water. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. But, hey, we got that one. But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms, ghosts in everyday parlance? Does it have anything to do with ghosts? Ghosts? She repeats, no, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts. What about other supernatural entities? I don't believe them either. Hey, we got an achievement. Expert Advanced Remote Viewer. I don't know what that one's about. I think it's about looking about the supernatural. What not many know is necroplasma exists, and that's probably why it's not believing in them. What not many know is necroplasma exists. Great, what are we talking about, and why? She gets back to work, a clear signal that this branch of the conversation is over. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now. Yeah. Great, her hands are a whirl on the keyboard, thanks. How do you feel about manufacturing large quantities of drugs? Wow. Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Cool. I'm gonna let that continue. I don't really. Ask Suna how she feels about the nightclub idea. Okay, well, let's ask.
Yes, what is it?
How do you feel about manufacturing large quantities of drugs? I feel that's illegal, right? Isn't that what makes it fun? Your feeling is right. Manufacturing drugs is a little illegal. Yes, I know that. It is, yes. It's against the law. We're cops. The law is important to us. Hey. Yeah, how do you feel about anodic dance music? What? She's going to I hate it. I bet she hasn't even heard it. You even listened to it? Like, actually listened? What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here. It just doesn't connect here. Tap on your heart. Not like disco does, anyway. Yeah. Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it? Not like disco does. Maybe I'd hate to be on drugs to... Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind, it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music. I'm off for now, Soz. Okay, well, enjoy. Thank you for stopping by, at least. That's right, but how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music? This is about the speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? She looks up, shaking her head. I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. What do they want to build then? Take a guess, why don't you? I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab. Bingo, she snaps her fingers. That's exactly what they're up to. Wonderful, the lieutenant whispers, admiring the embellished pillars and the spectacular architecture in the church. Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents. They're just encouraging an active youth culture here. Nothing wrong with that. Mind-altering substances are a vital part of the Nordic club scene. It helps to bring the community together. Say nothing. So that's it. So that's settled. Great. She supports her chin on her hand visibly, please. No nightclub in the church then. Cool. Tell Andre about Soon's thoughts on the nightclub. Cool. You can't offer figures apparently. Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, flip, I ran. I wasn't supposed to run. I remember now. And now it's 8:22. Ain't that nice? Let's tell these druggies. That's a little rude. Let's tell these speed producers that they cannot set up a drug lab. I'd like to leave everything there in peace. Oh yeah, we can run now. Should I be logical? I can't remember. What's my current loadout looking like? Visual calculus up. Conceptualization. Do I have pants? Oh yeah. Neither of them are great. Oh well. Where's this go? Oh, instead of the necktie? Nah, I like the necktie. We have pretty high perception anyway. Oh, I'm wearing these. Didn't even realize. Fine for now. Yeah. We look quite silly. Down him. What's up, Andre? About the church, I checked it out. And he tenses up. What happened? I talked to the shadow-clad being climbing the beams, a man living on the ceiling. Oh man, the crab man, you mean? Who is he? What do you think? Seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual. He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. You're right, he's a true narcomaniac, and the way he climbs, it was terrifying. Seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual. Really? Huh, interesting. What's he doing in the church? Just preaching and praying from the looks of it. There's something sinister going on. Nope, just preaching and praying. No matter. The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly. Is it going to be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him? These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do. Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. Keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? But he's likely up to no good. Andre shakes his head. He's a crabman, man. A menace to society. I doubt that, besides I'm pretty sure it's impossible to catch him climbing up there. I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? He rubs his jaw. Spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time? You're just going to have to live with the crabman. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else. I guess it's not a massive problem now that I think of it. Everyone is welcome to dance to the morning light. Yeah! Yeg, maybe. Because he's egghead. Maybe, I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? Was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared. A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? She did not like the Nordic Dance Club idea. She did not like it, and the drug lab didn't really help either. What a pity. Those are my two favorite things in the world. He drops a bundle of screws into his toolbox. Drugs and Nordic music, I mean. And she doesn't like either of them. Some people are just born retrograde. A shame, he sighs. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance! She made it very clear that she won't leave until her project is finished. And you can't just evict her. No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. I could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law. No. Look at you, honor man. No, he's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother. That's okay with her. We only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark coexist. At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's odd. You'll understand. Yeah, you can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music? She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it. Egghead cannot believe what you just said. Makes him pump the gem a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it. No worries, we'll figure it out. The man nods enthusiastically, then leans in and whispers, if coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you. What do you think? Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try to convincing her. Perhaps if you drop the drug lab. He looks around the tent. Oh man, but the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going. For me, it was my favorite part. Chemistry is great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. It's true. I mean, Nordic dance music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good? I don't have time to feel good. I'm a very busy officer of the law. Never. I've never felt good in my entire life. I'm sure we have. Pull out that stick, lawman. You'd absolutely love drugs. They'll make you feel transcendent. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Alright, I'll see how it goes. Both of them. I'll see how it goes. He smiles wide like a replica of his friend with logic. Excellent. Good luck. You mentioned some kind of convincing her to cooperate with the Ravers or Victor. No. That's it for now. Goodbye, officer. I'm definitely not going to evict her. I don't really want them to get their lab. Or their club. So. It doesn't make a difference to me. You can hear that. Sorry. We'll talk to you.
Hello again.
Okay. I'd like to know more about your associates. My associates? She blows on her shoulder things. I haven't got much to say about them. Just answer the question, please. What do you mean? You must know something about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them. The cops. What about you? Tell me something about yourself. Me? I'm a silver bird. Aha, okay, maybe I'll ask later about all this. It is held to talk about her associates. The new task, apparently. Okay, maybe. Should we try this? Actually, that's it for now. Oh wait. There's nothing else that'll increase my empathy. Doesn't seem like it, and there's nothing decreasing it here. Excuse me. Yeah. I saw a thought coming along. It's not been long at all. Okay. We can try.
Hello again.
Hello again. Actually, it might be easier. Actually, that's it for now. It might be easier once we started the nightclub. But hey, let's try anyway. Let's go for it.
Hello again.
Yay, we got it. 42%. The device is still warm from her touch. Ooh, we only just got it. And heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo Omicron adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. So you have to sit here on the ice, feeling miserable at your age or any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. Looks at you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder. The wind howls, she remains silent. It's real, tell her. It's not a childish fantasy, it can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. What is? Her shoulders shake a little. Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared. Okay, her teeth rattle. She takes the device from you and places it in her lap. Stick to it. After a moment of silence, she speaks again. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Said eating me? There's nothing eating me. Come on, I can tell. She shakes her head slowly. But okay, be a boyadero about it if you want to. I guess there is something that's been making my life hell. What is it? She listens intently. I think it's the plight of the working class. Communism. For the glory of the communism. Communism. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class. Ugh. Let's just not do economical systems. Whoa, my neck. That didn't feel good. Ah. Ooh. Oh well. Already hope that's not something bad. I think it's all these foreign people. Wow. Jeez, this is just a racist option. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Healed morale. Oh, really? Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing. The thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all. Yeah, pretty sure. No, I had some questions about something else entirely. Reasonable. Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like. I told you I'm highly distressed about this state of affairs. Uh-huh, and you're sure it's social progress you're stressed about and not, I don't know, some chick? Perhaps. I'm positive now. I had some questions for you before all this started. Go ahead. Actually, that's it for now. Hey, okay, we got some nice little conversation out of that. I enjoyed that. It's still going to be a few more minutes before it's technically night, I think, as the game considers it. I think that's at 9 and onwards. Oh, my neck. We have to make our way to the other side of Revachol or Martinez. So that's fine. Where am I going? Ah, wait. This way. I'm sure there's some stuff we could do in the meantime as well. Have you spoken to these children yet? I don't think so. Lillian's twin. Scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. Lillian's other twin. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. He must be Lillian's twins. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker. Lily's our mum, explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that. The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing, an interesting reason somehow tied to the case. Huh, what are you laughing about? Boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Okay, so now he's shy. Now he's not talking, just wobbling around like he's afraid of something. You will never get an answer. That's how it is with these little idiots. Children are stupid. Haha, the scruffy-haired little kid laughs as though in agreement. You're stupid, the other one tells him, suddenly very serious. Okay, what about the policeman? Yeah, how about the policeman asks you something else now? I'm just gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave and not talk to you anymore. Yeah. Just a second ago, the first one was laughing. Now he's doing something with his lip and his gapped tooth. It looks like he's sad because you're going for... Who knows, really? There's no system to this. You're being random. You're stupid, the other one repeats, still deathly serious. The secrets of understanding the tongues of children have been lost to you a long time ago. Does look identical. Stone kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of, the obvious fact that you just stated. He looks just like me, the other one says. Yeah, I said that. Boyd doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock, both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. You're bad with kids, the lieutenant remarks with evident glee. I am, yes. And what are you, Kid Master General? Maybe I am, he grins. Now how about some actual police work? We're not getting anything here. Bye kids, take care. Okay, that was pleasant. Who's Lillian again? Was it you? Were you Lillian or was she Lillian? The one with the gun? No, sword. Wait, which one? There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now. What's the song you're humming? A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song. What's it called? Surrender to the night, she replies, slowly rocking back and forth. That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby. Sounds nice. Yeah, she nods, it does. On this jacket. Oh wait, goodbye, I'm off. Let's inspect the jacket for a second. Why not? Interact. Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting? It's sordid, think about it. It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull guano that ensconces it. Interesting word. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore. Gross. Okay, what's the crust made of? Somehow it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk, if not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing. Okay, that's pretty disgusting, but enough. What happened once someone put it on the railing? The crust is hard. The jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then? I'm just going to pretend I didn't think about any of this. It's too late. You've already thought about it. Now your hands are covered in muck. Ew, flick your hands. Maybe if I want my hands on my pants? What? No, then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out. Bing. It's fine. I do react that way. What if I just wash it on my pants though? What if I just wipe my hands on my pants? I found this jacket.
What can our village do for you?
I can wash it for you, she says after looking the jacket over. But it's going to take about half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long? Hell yeah. Sure. I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day, the lieutenant says, rubbing his eye. Yeah, I'll wait. Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say I'm proud of this one, she nods, handing the jacket back to you. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope it'll have an easier life in your hands. Goodbye, I'm off. Okay, we're getting an autosave. Maybe we got a good item. Let's see. Whoa, that's a lot nicer looking. Pain threshold +1, half-life +1. Andromedon. Okay, this windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso into a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is proudly displayed on the chest. Lets absolutely no air through. Warning, item not actually fireproof. Ah. Element proof. It's cool. I wonder if that goes with all of this stuff. It might. Yeah, okay. That wasn't actually half an hour. That was more like 20 minutes. I'm standing in a box. Interesting. Can we do that again? Stand in a box. We don't have to do a... Oh, I went the wrong way. What was your name again? Was it Lillian? It's fine. That's not really what we're going to do right now. We have some stuff. What's that? There's a box. Oh, maybe if I had my pry bar equipped, I can actually see everything there. Not tool. Let us pry this box open. Ooh, magnesium and money. Okay, let's put the pry bar away. I'll carry a bag around, but blimey if someone's going to see me carrying around a pry bar. Oh, where am I going? This way. Is there anything in there? I don't know. That's for another time. That's for another time. We have things to do and people to see and people to see and things to do. No, I actually didn't intend to say it that way, but I'll leave it. I actually intended to make a joke, and it just didn't come out. Joke decided it wasn't good. Kim, you're running ahead. My goodness me. It's been another, what do you say again? Track field day. Track and field day. Yet you're running way ahead. Kim's great. I love Kim. Where am I actually going? This way. I wanted to go this way so that I could go this way, and then going this way I could go to the wall and give it a little look-see. The game is not enjoying me running everywhere. I do stream on a rather low-end PC. The performance will be nothing impressive. We are, oh, an idea though. Hello? No, this way. There it is. Whoa, what have we here? A bridge? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. And construction code violation if, a construction code violation if there ever was one. Whatever, let death come. I'm a Revacholian badass. Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation. Sound the alarms, we've got a construction code violation. Guess I'll have to take my chances. The lieutenant looks around. True, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better though. The lieutenant, think about the splinters. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time. After all, it's nothing to worry about. He adjusts his glasses. Shall we? Okay. We just got to chat with Kim there. I'm not complaining. I have a lot more energy than I did yesterday. But I don't have to engage in any political conversations today, apparently. Yeah, this is what I wanted to look at. Okay, hold on. I can equip some stuff. Oh, we already have the conceptualization thing, but is there anything killing our conceptualization? No. Is there anything that would increase it? Okay. Really doesn't seem like it. No. Huh. Okay, well, what are the odds? 42%. In the dimming light, some things become clearer, and these artistic impulses are infectious. Let's just try again. Hold on. Base intellect, learned skill, bonus from items. We aren't getting any bonuses from thoughts, but that's okay. Fine, let's just try it again. Go, come on. Yes! Oh, just barely. 18 against 18, my word. Because you see it, finally, this wall is sublime. Look at it, the shadows, the colors. I think we've checked this wall like 3 times. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. Yes, do that. Do exactly that. I'm going to turn this a little bit so I'm a little bit more centered in frame. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this. The uncontested pinnacle of Wallcraft. Wallcraft. World of Wallcraft. Color peeled from the very face of God. More. Oh, wall father. Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it. No, there's nothing to add to perfection. I like this idea. Haha. What? He sounds tired of it all. Trivial. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on. First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty. I already have the paint. Just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull. I'm sure either of these work. Sure. The lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush. He sighs, then adds in a resigned tone, if you must. Is she there? We could talk to her right now. We also... So we could do that. Add even more beauty to the wall. Whoa, it's already been a long stream. It's already been 40 minutes. Didn't even realize. Yeah, sure. Let's climb up there. We also have to talk to the smoking man. And I'm sure there's some checks around the town that we could get done as well. We've been quite lucky today, hitting 42% and 42%. Some people might say, that's not very lucky, that's just... that's 42% of 42%, so... Smart. This is really 16 over 100, roughly. It's less than a 2% chance. No, it's less than a 20% chance. What am I talking about? What am I even saying? Yeah, it's about a... It's around a 20% chance. Some people would say, like, that's not very lucky. It's like it's not that impressive that you hit that. For me, that's so good. My luck is terrible. I lose 1 in 3s all the time. You should win 1 every 3. That's how it works. I'm more like 0 for 16 or something. I don't know. That number's in my head at the moment. Hello, Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I'm going to need your paintbrush. What for? I'm doing renovation. It's boring but necessary for my motor carriage. We're going undercover. The apocalypse is coming. I need to warn people. For art. It's for art, okay? Well, if it's for art... But her eyes narrow to slits. What kind of art are we talking about? I don't know if she's Welsh or Irish, I guess. To be honest, I haven't really thought of anything yet, but I'm sure I will. Everything is sad and stuff. We need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush. Brand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest. The most groundbreaking. She's gonna say we're pretentious. But I'm sure I will. And you have time to find your own brush. Cooler brush than not a problem. You'll see. You will all see and tremble. To crush a man's dreams like that. I hope you're happy. There, piggy, she says in mock compassion. I guess art just isn't really you, cause you suck in life and in everything. Impossible. Attempt to explain your artistic intentions. Cannot be retried. Catch you later, Cindy. Still need to get a paintbrush. Oh well. Let's just move along. Oh wait, I went into the wrong room. My bad. I meant to... Where did I mean to go? Back into the apartment building. Oh. Sorry guys, I know I said I had energy, I'm just a little tired still, somehow. There's nothing around here that might modify it, hey? No. I wonder if she was ever going to give us the paintbrush. I wonder if there was an answer there. A correct answer. Could save scum it, but I'm definitely not going to do that. I have integrity. It's a 1 in 10 chance. Roughly. I still lose that, like, every time. That's way too low for me. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of anything that could increase it. Investing a point in conceptualization, it would help. It would probably take us up to 14, 16, 17, something like that. It adds 1 to our roll. But our odds still wouldn't be very good. In any case. Where am I going? This way. We're going this way to talk to the man who was smoking on the balcony a long time ago. We still need to meet up with the pigs, so there's plenty for us to do. We won't get it all done tonight. In fact, I'm certain we won't. Okay, we have our empathy shoes on.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from a cigarette. His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. Feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. We got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
What I'm aiming for, yes. Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular. Ignoring his question, I was hoping to talk about a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the Mersey. That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, throwing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you, and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods to door number 28. By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Going to the city skyline. Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday. Why do I want to meet your friend? Point to the skyline. That's why I chose this place. He looks away, his cigarette end glowing in the dark. Martinez is special, isn't it? Wait, suddenly you're digging things? The lieutenant whispers to you, shaking his head. Why would I want to meet your friend? Trust me, you do. Very well, I'll talk to him. But first I wanted to talk to you. I have some questions. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me. He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush. Besides, I've got to run. He's going to leave you alone again? That's sad. Run where? To the city. He gestures idly towards distant motorways. It's a beautiful night. And if you promise that we'll talk again, it's important. Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words. We'll talk, the smoker assures you, brushing his hand through the hair. Just not tonight. We got 70 experience, nice. Interview the Sunday friend. Take care, alright, he says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night. And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him. He's always leaving, Kim. Why is he always leaving? There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on him. We're gonna romance him? Who knows, detective? It's a mystery, he says, turning his face away from you. Something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on. Different, of course. His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned? He's such a good listener. I like talking to him. Are we gonna romance him? There's just something so mysterious about the way he walks and moves and talks. Smells good. Why on earth does he smell so good? His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned? His shirt. The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. His shirt? His shirt. Trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt. His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned. His mouth tightens as though trying to hold something back. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember? He nods at the apartment door before you. Kim, what aren't you telling me? Why are you being so mysterious? Why are you being so mysterious, Kim? What do you know that I don't, besides mostly everything? Sorry. We're gonna put on the gamer goggles? Bow, 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 wow. Why did I do that music? Weird choice. Weird choice. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Ah, there we go. Ooh. Okay. What's this? Samurai Chronicle hat. Samaran. Okay. Governmental issues take me all over Revshall, as you can see. Quarterly business magazine. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Yeah, that's why I was tapping the orb so I could get a level up. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. None of this is weird. Dates for open lectures at a local university. An empty ashtray. Yes. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspaper. Ooh, party dragon, silk robe, drama, and electrochemistry. That seems interesting. Okay, let's talk to this man. Transparent.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks. You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Villedron. I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Seul Clef.
Oh, wow.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I'm here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Okay. Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Show him the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind the black Samaran hat. Show him the silk robe.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business.
Unfortunate.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. A cold air sweeps in from the balcony. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed. You actually witnessed the lynching? I'm sorry to say I did, officer. The man gives a solemn nod. This is just the break we've been... Is it because you did it, Mr. Villetourin? Start from the beginning, if you don't mind. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like a play. He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers like a drama teacher setting the scene. The lieutenant is already scribbling down notes. What do you mean, like in a play? It was fake. It was enacted. It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in carrying what looked like a body, and then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead one by one. That's when I noticed. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this. Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective. He nods to you. Who were they? Can you describe them? I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them, but they were very loud and very Martinez. He pauses, looking for the right wording. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. How many of them were there? I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10, maybe 8. The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number. Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge? That's the giants you're describing. No, they were all quite human, so far as I could tell. Did any of them look like drummers? Drummers? No, but then I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like. I think we can drop the drummer angle, the lieutenant says impatiently. That was my bad. What happened next? I went back inside. Were you able to see anything from inside? Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see. But I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. Were they men? Women? Old men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly. What ethnicity were they? I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. I'm quite certain that one spoke with a Miska accent. What happened next? Is it interesting? Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching. What do you mean, nothing happened? They lynched a guy. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. Why didn't you call the RCM? Man wipes his glasses. You're right, of course. This is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add. About what time was all this happening, approximately? All I can say is that it was late. So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you? No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. That was a waste of time. Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time. Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM. What's an official like you doing in Martinez? The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. He raises an index finger. Inflation is a killer. Like a heart disease, blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment? Ah, well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. He smiles. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. So you're some kind of bureaucrat. Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Cliff, working for the Institute of Price Stability. He considers what this is one of the main projects of the moral intern. Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is joking or not. What is this international community? What is the price stability? I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more. It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition. Tentakim. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern. Ooh, Tentakim. So we're actually working for the moral intern? That doesn't seem so bad. Yeah. Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's servant. Sorry. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the... oh, now I'm going way too French. Than the moral intern. Turn back to Sunderland. Are you a moralist? But of course. Am I a moralist? Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values? Lieutenant, are you a moralist? What is a normal, stable world? Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me. Martinez? No, Martinez is something else. What about the rest of Revachol? It's a part of the normal world? Revachol is generally difficult. A lot of voice breaks today, I'm sorry. Difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking. He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above. Is that moralism? I like that. Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer? Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics. It's usually the most boring one. Not boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Tell me about Clef. What's there to say? Clef is a modern urbanized country. Clef is a modern urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes. Darlings? That can't be an official designation. What makes Revachol Clef's darling? That's nice of them. Well, let's say that instead. Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Clef. Its language, its people, its cuisine even, or at least in the downtown La Delta area. Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Clef's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes. Ah, so it's like... It's just kind of England-y. Enough business to talk about something else. Whatever you wish, officer. Can you tell me about your friend? Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him, but he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. What's Kedra? Kedra is a place. Kedra is a candidate member of EPIS, but between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue. What do you mean? But it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since. What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about? EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success, nothing like kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. God, yes, sweet standardization, the backbone of rationality and commerce. I do like standardization of measurement. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the process of steel, another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success, emboldened to take EPIS to the next level. Okay, but like, what does it stand for? Yeah. Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as well. No, what do the letters stand for? It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it on to the next level. You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you? Supernatural political alliance, the United States of Occident. They're going to be like this place here. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to be transparent democracy. Revachol going to be part of EPIS. It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure. Except that candidate members never become full members, do they? Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members? No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics, he chuckles gently. How did you two even become friends? Oh, we're actually past the time slot. Let's finish chatting to this guy. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola. Oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in. What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way. You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol. One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. The man pats his pockets looking for something, And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate? What do you mean? Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but now that I start to think of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know. He moves his finger. Very creative. Helps relieve stress. A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. Neither funny nor creative. Still haven't told me who he is. Sorry, who? The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him. But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. Fine, but what's his real name? So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. So you aren't... As though you weren't envious enough of the boy Az's. Which arts? He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him. What are you doing in his apartment by yourself? I'm enjoying the view. The man smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark outside. Listen, he says, raising his hand. A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment. Someone's baby is crying. No, listen, he says again, looking outside. The Insulindian Bay. What about it? I was asking about your friend. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee. A busy bee? What an odd choice of words. I had something else in mind. I'm all ears, officer. Thanks, that's all I've got. A moment, officer. You have everything you need from me. I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. Hold on, why can't we talk later? It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. Pauses. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well. It's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night. Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done. Of course, I'm glad I could help. Cool, so they're banging. Let's level up a stat. We also got some cool clothes, I believe. Yes. Yes, how do we look here? Insensitive bachelor party vibes, oh no. Super logical for a cop to wear this. Yowzers. Drama, become the dragon. I'm an addict in a strange bathing robe. A sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blue features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Sealites probably don't care. Or Seoul. Oh wow. It's an interesting shape. Should we just walk around in that from now on? What are we investing in? Did I say I should invest in conceptualization because of that check? I think I did. Is there anything else? Visual calculus? Visual calculus, perhaps? Either is a pretty good idea. How many points have you already put in it? One? Already put one there. Haven't put any encyclopedia. We have a lot of things for that though. Suppose we can put one here. Cool. Yeah, let's just do that. Can we leave now? Yes. I'm not gonna run the stream on for too much longer. I think all I'm going to do is try talking to Cindy and then see if we can hit that check. You probably won't be able to though. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, it's been a fun day. Hope you enjoyed the stream if you're watching. If you don't follow the channel, then go ahead. But no pressure. Maybe you'll enjoy more of my streams. Otherwise, I hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good day once I wrap up the stream. I mean, it's still going to be another minute. because I have to navigate to Cindy and talk to her, so. It is a red check, though, which is unfortunate. Stretch. Go this way. This one. This one. Yeah, okay. I like her skull that she has painted here.
Hello again, officers. Have
Ooh.
you come to admire my mural?
I was right when I said 17%. I'll catch you later, Cindy. Let me just check that there's nothing else I can put on that'll make it better. Ding 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 ding. I don't want a friend. I want my life into. Okay, cool. You thought I was singing a blues, but it was in fact just that song. Okay, let's try it. 17%. We've had a lucky day. Impossible success. We did it. You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice, but oh boy, the idea is going to blow her mind. I'm going to create a highly detailed skeleton of an ancient bird that went extinct 100 million years ago. She squints her eyes, and then I'm going to paint it red using heavy fuel oil, and I'm going to light it on fire. Her lips move. On fire? She whispers to herself. It's the phoenix, get it? What do you say? She hunches her shoulders and throws you a grim look. I say sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that. But I thought you'd like my idea. Did you survive an avian attack as a child? But I thought you'd like my idea. I like your idea. I should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in my neighborhood. I can't remember what voice she has. Damn, it was too strong. That's not fair. But Cindy, art is bigger than either of us. I didn't realize you were so petty and insecure. We could be direct with her. Yeah. Insult me all you want. You're still an art cop sans art materials. Oops, my apologies. I guess I was trying too hard. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach. I've got you cornered. Hand over that brush. Ooh, police brutality. That's the good stuff. Stand your ground with a look of weary determination. Cindy, I'm going to stand here till you hand over that paintbrush. She looks at you suspiciously. Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now. I don't know what accent I'm going for. Because I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think she's Welsh. But hey. But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway. She drops the paintbrush at your feet. You know what you've... you know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your kinema? Red dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste. Catch you later, Cindy. We did it! We got the paintbrush. Is that in... Oh, it's in items, not tools. Cindy's paintbrush. A paintbrush belonging to Cindy the Skull, an aspiring artist. Its bristles smell nauseatingly of heavy fuel oil. Specks of red, orange, and green paint cover the aluminium ferrule? I don't know that word. Technical words for art supplies. Not my forte. Surprisingly. I really should wrap up the stream. I am going on for a bit longer than I usually intend to. But hey, let's grab a look-see at the wall and see if we can paint something. She said we don't have the skills to execute that. We're gonna prove her wrong. if it's the last thing I do in this series, which it probably won't be. I'm just going to inspect it now. We'll inspect it. The next Disco Elysium stream will be on Sunday, so I'll have all that time to plan. Tomorrow we're going to be starting Pyre. That's fun. That's the third Supergiant game. I've played the first two. Looking forward to playing the third one, and then eventually this opens the door to us playing Hades. The most recent and the most acclaimed one, I'd say. But I wanted to go through all of them first before we got to Hades, because Hades really is a culmination of all their work as stated by them. At Supergiant Games, that is. This way. Ah, right here. Wow, these are some dialogue options. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. That, mother of all walls. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking. Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Mother of all walls. That's pretty funny. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking. No parking is funny. I thought we would get to paint something cool. I believe this. So let's go for it. I'm cheesy. Haha! I love that. Did you see that little stance he did? Oh my goodness. Something beautiful is going to happen. Fantastique. Cindy's brush, banged up fuel canister. Add even more beauty to the wall complete. We got 10 experience for that. You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city. That's beautiful. Very poetic. The lieutenant nods in appreciation. It doesn't sound sincere. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we're supposed to solve. Thank you, Kim. You're so supportive. I love you, man. Okay, well that's going to be it for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't follow the channel, but you enjoyed the stream, I mean, I would really appreciate it if you did follow. But no pressure. I'm live every day. My schedule is up to date. I don't like naming a specific time just because time zones, am I right? But basically, if you go back an hour, it was the start of that hour. I've been live for an hour and about 20 minutes. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow when we play Pyre. Or I'll see you again on Sunday for more Disco Elysium. Either would be great. In any case, thank you so much. And goodbye. It's really awkward when my remote control just doesn't work. Goodbye.